All right, guys, welcome back. We are still untitled at this moment. We have a name coming soon. Bear with us. We finally have a third host, fourth one coming soon. Unfortunately, people is hard to get together right now. Gotta get our schedule set up. Today, we're going to talk about Battle Royale games, where they're going, how they've been doing, and we're also going to be telling you about the first games we're going to be reviewing. Go ahead, buddy.
All right. So for we're doing reviews first or battle royales?
I say it's all battle royales
Battle
because
royales.
they're just taking over gaming industry right now.
Yeah. So battle royale is pretty much becoming top played games right now. Most viewed on Twitch.
No, right now, I think top most viewed games right now is Fortnite. Originally it was PUBG with PUBG usually would break 100,000 viewers easy on the browsing game page.
Yeah.
Now Fortnite has now broken that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty much just battle royales all over the place with Fortnite and PUBG being the two most popular and.
H1's trying to come back.
Yeah, H1Z1 coming back, and we got new ones of the Hunted and Isles of the Num. Was it Nim? Isles of the Nim. Tell me about some of that.
So I've only played the three. I played
three.
H1, which was the first one I played, and then PUBG and Fortnite.
Yeah.
Out of the three, I prefer PUBG more.
Yeah.
PUBG is my favorite as well. Chris will be playing PUBG soon enough.
Yeah,
so we can talk about
Be
it.
playing both of them. I played H1Z1. That was
On my PC.
PC, and that was probably it was fun.
We're gonna just drop him right in the military base in Picado.
Yeah.
You laugh, but you don't know yet.
I know. I'm laughing what the fuck are we talking about?
Oh man, you wait. You're gonna learn what the difference between hot drops.
He's gonna pick
and-
up the AKM and forget to switch to full auto. So he's trying to full auto. He's why does it shoot one bullet? Are you on single? What?
Look up the controls before you start playing.
I'll do my
Just
best.
remember to hit B when you pick up a gun, so you switch it from not single shot if you don't need it.
All right. I gotta learn all the keyboard controls and stuff
Talk
too.
about it before we leave.
There's a couple.
Alright.
It's definitely a lot. Yeah, I prefer PUBG as well. I have played PUBG, Fortnite. I have not played H1Z1 since its beginning days. I just tried out the Hunted. I only played 2 rounds of it, and I played the beta of Island of Nim. All were a lot of fun. PUBG is still my favorite. I like everything about it. I know they need to fix some things in the game, but they just released their third map. It's on test
Just
servers
the
right now.
4x4.
Yep, a lot smaller map, a lot more right into the action. Map forces you to get good right away.
Yeah.
It's not for the faint of heart. But, Fortnite, I've played it. I enjoy it. I just like the customization of PUBG, the realistic abilities of it more, and the ability to actually have to use real cover and not make your own.
Yeah. I like PUBG because pretty much you can get a SCAR and put that on single shot, put a suppressor on that, and put a 4x scope. Now you have a pseudo sniper rifle until you find one. With Fortnite, I just don't really like the build mechanic because most of the time what would happen is I would get to the top 10 because I guess I got lucky or just hide like a wimp, like a coward in the corner. But you get to the circle and you run it and you notice there's these 3 giant towers now sticking out. And you're pretty much being all right, so cool, I found the last 3 players I need to kill up on those towers. I'm on the ground. They have sniper advantage pretty much. And if you don't have a rocket launcher to destroy their base, you're pretty much going to lose. Because, like I said, in my opinion, Fortnite pretty much becomes really just sit down and wait the game out pretty much. If you got the guns, you find the guns. Which I don't really like how they handle the gun mechanic in that game. Which is it's based off. If you ever play Fortnite, it's based off of rarity.
Yeah.
So you would go through the map,
It's very MMO.
and each gun has a rarity, and it's white is common, white, green, blue, purple, orange is legendary, and you rate the guns like that. It's just whoever gets the better, finds a better gun wins. Unlike with PUBG, it comes down to skill pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah. I remember from when I played, I guess it's similar in PUBG, but in H1Z1 it was you land, you just found stuff, and then there was crates. And it was depending on what the crate was, you could pick it up and stuff.
Well, each one didn't have customization. You pretty much just
Yeah.
find the guns, and if you got luck, you would get the best guns in the game.
Yeah.
If you didn't, you just have to work with what you had and just try to kill someone and get their guns and their drops.
Yeah, well, H1Z1 was also all random as well, wasn't it?
With
With the where all the items were at on the map.
so was PUBG.
Was it?
So
Okay.
there's no there's some spawns that are known for having good loot usually.
Okay.
I think one of the PUBG Pachinki, but that's
Yeah.
or prison. You go there, those have like the best loot or the most loot, but they're also the most populated areas because everyone drops there. So you drop in, you're like, cool, let's get some stuff, and you see like 10 guys behind you dropping in. You're like, oh, I'm boned.
There's actually there's a website devoted to like doing the math behind it all now. It's actually called PUBG with an extra G at the end .com, and it shows you the hotspots, what the best looting route is. Supposedly you have no one around you. It usually doesn't work out that way. If you're in one of the best looting spots and you've dropped, you're not going to just take that route because someone else is going to be there with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of random. I like to drop at certain spots in PUBG that are pretty hot, and you know, there's times where the loot is very, very good. Sometimes it's mediocre.
Yeah.
It's usually not bad for the places that are hot though. Like I've dropped to school before and left semi-decked out. And there's other times where I've dropped to school, which if you live is just impressive to begin
This
with.
comes down to place though. Like I'm pretty much that kind of guy that kind of like drops away from people, try to get enough loot, and then try to engage. I'm not the type of guy who jumps in like 20 people and be like, cool, I'm gonna try to find something and fight. I try to play like strategically where I'm like, I would see a fight go on, I'll try to like get an advantage, which again, I like more about PUBG is because like there's more strategy and thinking going on. Where in Fortnite, it's like, cool, I want height advantage, let me just build up. Cool, now I have height advantage. And then but the thing is that game is destructible, so you can shoot out the bottom part and then the entire like ramp you build just falls down.
Yeah.
Yeah, PUBG is a lot more. You know where once you get to know the maps, you know where the environment, you know where it's at, and you just gotta use a lot. I think
Fortnite only has one map right now. That's the
yeah,
main
it still
map.
only has one
Yeah,
at
it's
the
still
moment.
like
The second
it's
one's
still-
supposed to be coming.
Yeah.
And PUBG, I mean, before they released this new one, I mean, they were still talking about a snow map, so they might have 4 soon.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I think the reason why Fortnite has skyrocketed in popularity is because of how accessible the game is.
yes,
The game it's free to play. For those who don't know, the only thing you have to pay for is like the passes, which gives you like skins in the game, or if you want to play the PvE mode,
technically you don't even have to pay for the passes because
you get a free pass.
Yeah, so the first pass you buy,
yeah,
I think it's like 1,000 VP, whatever it is.
yeah, V-Bucks.
Or V-Bucks or 10,000. If you play all the way to the end of the season and you finish the tiers, you get it all back for
Yeah.
the next tier. Because I know for the first tier I played, I bought the second tier, but I lost interest in the game by that point because the friends I were playing with that actually made it fun for me, they had switched over to PUBG as well, which I was more than happy with.
Yeah.
I'd kind of been in their ear the whole time to do that. But so really, it is a lot more accessible. Aiming.
The game's not the aim's thing for
Aiming's a lot easier.
The game's not heavy on PCs or anything. You don't need to have like a high-end PC to run that game, in my opinion.
Yep. No, you do not. And on top of that, it just
It's on all platforms too. It's on PS4, Xbox, and Steam.
there's a lot more exposure.
Yeah, or PUBG's only Xbox One, the Xbox One
Yeah.
port, and the PC port.
Exclusive
And
right
each
now.
one's only PC.
They are still talking about bringing it to PS4 eventually, though. I think it's going to be one of those things that's like a year later. We'll see.
Yeah, I feel like right now Xbox is only.
Kind of like what they did with the Tomb Raider games for a while. It was like a year later, PS4 got them.
Yeah, I feel
And
like,
now they're bringing PS4 games over to Xbox. I think we're getting Hellblade on the Xbox soon. We're getting Crash Bandicoot on Xbox.
Yes, you are. And Twitch. I'm sorry, Switch.
Twitch.
Switch is good.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know- I know Switch is getting it
Switch
now.
is
Talking about
getting it.
PUBG, I think about Twitch.
But yeah. I don't know. I've been iffy about playing them both because I'm not a big battle royale person.
I mean, a lot of people are. Cause I remember the Game Awards. No one wanted PUBG to win any award pretty much because they didn't want a battle royale. Because the main argument with that's like, yes, they're fun. They're a fun multiplayer game, but that's just it. It's a multiplayer game. A lot of Game Awards are designed around like games with story or game with good multiplayer. For example, I'm trying to remember the nominees. It was Persona 5 was nominated. Super Mario Odyssey was nominated. Horizon,
Odyssey,
Zelda.
and Nier. Was it Nier? No. it
Nier,
wasn't
Nier was not
Nier
nominated
was
for Game of the Year. Nier was
no.
nominated for like
Music.
best music, best,
And it
narr-
won
best
that.
narrative story. It wasn't Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Like those are games that like so much time have gone into, like so much work and so many hours just to develop those games. And then when PUBG was nominated as a Game of the Year award, people were like, "Why? It's an unfinished game, and it's just a multiplayer game."
My only problem with PUBG being the game of the year was it was still in beta at the time.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Don't worry, they solved it. They released it.
No, I
they
know-
released
I
it
know.
that. They released it that night.
I know they released it, but my thing is like it was only because it was in beta still. Like a game is a game. Like PUBG
Yeah.
is a fun game to people. So if it's collecting a big mass of people, it can be considered game of the year still. Not everything has to be. I
That's
guess,
something a
a
lot of problem
story.
with PUBG is a lot more cheat has become more common in that game. With Fortnite, there's not really that many.
Not yet.
Eventually. Every Battle Royale game, you're going to run into a cheater eventually. I had one in H1Z1. I had a guy flying around the map, just killing me and my buddies all the time.
Good old hackers.
Dude, no, it was so funny. It's just us running around, and my friend goes, "I'm dead." I'm like, "What? What do you mean?" And then I die like 2 seconds later.
I think that's why Fortnite took over a little bit too, because PUBG did have an era where hacking was at a high, and these Chinese aimbots were just tearing it up to the point where the game was not very fun.
Yeah.
I took about a month break of not playing it for a while, and then Bluehole, which is the company making PUBG, I know, funny name.
Yeah.
They actually started to address it, and they're taking it a lot more serious, and it's calmed down quite a bit.
Yeah. I like PUBG because a developer from H1 and a developer from
Armor 3, yeah.
came together to make that game. And you can see
It's
elements
like
of both games in
It's
there.
like a good classic story of how League came together.
Don't know that story.
Yeah, well, the guy who did the first Dota, like the World of Warcraft, like
He
actual
worked on
thing,
this.
he worked on League.
It's a MOBA,
Yeah.
so.
It's very similar, first of all.
I gotta play League eventually. One day we'll review it. I'll hate all of you for making me play.
Don't go back.
Don't go back. The game is not worth going back right now. It's
Yeah.
just.
Too many problems.
I switched to Smite, and I'm happy with it.
I mean, I could get into it again. I think it was just like, I think it had a harder learning curve than League itself does.
What Smite does?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a bunch of tryhards in Smite.
Yeah, I think it's just like the third person aspect that's like it makes it a little difficult, because you actually have the aim, you're like auto attacks, which is something that
Pretty much
League
any
doesn't.
multiplayer game is trying to get into competitive scene
Yeah,
or watch League.
Yeah, you look at what was the thing I was gonna say? And Blizzard has their own freaking
I mean, there's TSM sponsors players in Fortnite, Myth.
yeah.
Apparently one of the
Blizzard
best-
has their own tournament at BlizzWorld.
I think HyperCloud
BlizzCon.
represents sponsors Ninja.
Yeah.
Do you know the Ninja thing, right?
Yeah, when
You're
Ninja.
streaming with Drake.
Ninja
Yeah.
You're streaming with Drake and like.
Destroyed Twitch.
Oh my God, he broke Twitch. He had over 600,000 viewers on his stream. Here's the thing, half of those probably have no idea what the hell is going on.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Just, man.
It was all just Drake fans because Drake tweeted out, "Hey, I'm playing with my boy Ninja on Twitter." And he dropped the link, and everyone's like, "I'm gonna watch this."
Hey man.
It wasn't even Drake's stream; it was Ninja's stream.
That's
Drake
like-
couldn't even stream.
That's like when T-Pain came to that one YouTuber's house. 'Cause he
Oh,
was
offline TV.
Offline TV, yeah. He was like, "Yo, I want to hang out with some streamers," and like the dude just tweeted out on like, "I'm a streamer," and he like came over to their house, and there's like multiple streamers in the house. So, no, celebrities are weird. They want to cash in on
I don't get it.
streaming.
That there just helped Fortnite's popularity just grow even more. Like, oh my God, famous celebrities are playing Fortnite now. Like, maybe I can play with them
I mean, everyone plays fucking Fortnite. Yeah,
because it's free to play. That's the thing.
It's just it's just people,
It's free to play on every console.
I could see
It's
Fortnite-
more accessible to
I think
the broad
other
audience.
thing that helps Fortnite too is games are quicker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The map's smaller, you're a little bit more condensed, so it's easier to get in a spot, either get wrecked or get decent loot and make your way toward the end. And it's just the games are, I would say on average between 15 20 minutes, where
Yeah.
PUBG games are usually between 25 and 40
Yeah.
minutes. Depending on what
platform.
platform. Xbox games for PUBG go a little bit longer than PC. PC, if you make it through your initial looting area, usually you're down to already like 30 people.
Yeah.
And then it starts to calm down for a
You
little
pretty much lose like people fast.
I remember H1Z went on for a while. Like every time.
H1Z was a pretty big map. And
Yeah,
and
it wasn't very back. But
If you
also,
didn't have a car, you pretty much just running the entire time.
Yeah, I remember when I almost died and I came back because
PUBG can be that way,
I
too.
got out of the fucking smoke
There's the
area,
gas.
the
yeah.
gas stuff.
Never
But
gave
like
up.
at one point it was like 70 people were alive for like a good half hour, and then next thing you know it was like 20 people left. But I feel like what I was saying was I could see Fortnite being like
I just don't like
the
some of the
next
weapons.
Call of Duty, where it's like it's gonna just stay popular, and then they're gonna keep doing new stuff for
mean,
it until people are like, it's
What
now
they're
the
doing
same
is
thing
smart.
over and over
Epic
again.
Games, from what I can tell, is that every week they're usually, or every week or 2 weeks, they're adding something new to the game. Like recently, they just added guided rockets. You can
Yeah.
now pilot a rocket. You should have a rocket launcher. See-
Yeah, I mean as long as,
Like,
as, long as they can.
see, that was the problem with H1 after a while. H1 high res, they stopped updating the game after a while. Like that was the main problem. Like everyone had, be like, there's so many bugs and problems with the game, and high res just did not update the game because they
doing
just
Smite.
yeah they were
and
just
they're also doing.
no, that's not high res. Oh, I forgot the name of the company that was
I
doing
was gonna
Smite.
say, because they're all
Smite is
high
high
res
res.
is Smite.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of it. I forgot.
Also
Daybreak.
It's also Paladins as well. High res.
Daybreak. Whatever. I forgot the name. I forgot the company for that. But wherever the developers for that game pretty much just forgot about it, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll update it eventually," and they were working on like I think the second map, something like that, and everyone just pretty much. When then PUBG was pretty much now like early access. Everyone's like, "Oh, let's move over to this battle royale game. It's getting updated more and more."
Yeah.
And then Fortnite pretty much now that we're just like we're constantly updating and changing our game.
There are things that I like. I mean, the events that come on every 2 weeks, whether it be 50 versus 50 or 20.
I think right now it's all snipers.
Yeah. Then before that, it was like gold. I think it was called Golden Age, and it was all gold guns.
Oh my god.
All that stuff's really cool.
That game mode ended like 10 minutes. Like,
Yeah.
because everyone had like gold rocket launchers. Just been like, game over.
I mean, they were a lot of fun, and I think it's nice to give people something different to do, which is something PUBG should implement. But the one thing I like about Fortnite that I wish they implement in PUBG is like the hit points. Like when you hit someone in Fortnite, you see how much damage.
Oh
you
yeah,
did.
it's just
PUBG, you don't know what you got ripped by except for in the little right corner. It's like, oh, I just got ripped apart by a vector.
yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
See, they give you like numbers in that game, and in PUBG you just have a white bar on the bottom of your screen,
PUBG,
and you would just go
there is
down, down, down,
numbers.
down,
It's just
down.
you don't get to see them.
You don't see the
Yeah.
numbers pretty much. Yeah.
So you pretty much be like, you like at this much, you're like, that might be like 25, but actually I might be like 10, and you get shot like with a vector at like 10 meters away. You're like, oh, I'm dead.
There's some guns in PUBG. You know what's gonna happen. You get double tapped with a level 2 helmet or a level 1 helmet in PUBG. You're going down. If you get Car 98 with a level 2 helmet or less, you're done.
You're
Yeah.
dead.
You're getting knocked or you're dying, depending on what mode you're playing. It's just there's certain weapons how many shots it's going to take. I mean, there are
I difference of one thing I
there's a
hate.
science to it where they
Besides the weapons, there's another tactic in Fortnite that I hate that I've seen become popular, which is you build a sky bridge. Is you build a bridge straight up and then just build a bridge continuing. Half the time the players aren't looking up unless there's like a tower there, but usually you kind of like stay out of range. Like
Yeah.
I was in a game like last night playing, and what happened was it was I got top 6. And I was expecting the last couple guys. I was like, why not? The game's almost over. It was the guy. I was expecting the guy who killed me. He was running around, and same problem I had before, which was the giant metal tower. Some guy built one, which is hiding up there the entire game, and then he built one. I'm like, this is why I don't like Fortnite. It pretty much comes down to this: like whoever builds a tower first wins. The guy I was expecting to kill the second guy. And I was like, wait, there's still one person left. The guy built a sky bridge and jumped down, trying to shotgun him on the way down, but missed completely and just like died on impact.
now that you say that, I think that's one of the fun things about these games, though. Is
It's crazy.
there
It's-
are really funny moments
Yeah.
where certain things you're just like, I'm gonna go for it. I was playing PUBG that night, and I had a full squad. One guy was already dead. We had 3 left, and we were facing 2 as the final 5. And we actually got the chicken dinner, but my buddy whose name
means you win.
My buddy,
Yeah, no, it's the same thing.
my buddy who's named Ramrod, shout out right there. He went down, and the guy who shot him, he was trying to kill him. He was peeking the tree to his left. I was peeking the tree, looking at him to my right. Put a few shots at him, and he went behind the tree. And then we didn't have an angle, so he started peeking out on the other side of the tree. And my other buddy who started shooting at him, but then he kept trying to switch back and forth, and he was having time to heal in that time period. My buddy Ramrod, he's now in the position called knocked, where he's going to die eventually if you don't get him up. He's on all fours. He decides to go right next to this guy and stop him from leaning on one side of the tree. Genius. I don't know why we never thought of it. Just sits there right there. He goes, "Come at me, bitch." Couldn't do nothing. Guy was stuck now, and every time he moved to peek out, he just moved closer.
Yeah.
So basically, he got stuck on the left side of the tree, and my other buddy Panda was able to get the final shot off.
Are you the guy
And it was
that?
super funny.
Are you the guy that leaves them knocked, or you finish off the knocked guy?
Depends on.
try to go for squad
it
wipe.
If I know where they already are, I'm finishing them.
Okay.
If I don't know where they are, I think it's a good tactic to leave them to draw them out.
Okay.
Unless I don't hear anyone nearby. Usually when I knock someone, I take like that 5-second time, and I'm like 1, 2.
Because apparently in Fortnite, that's a thing where people you're looked down upon if you kill a knocked person in a squad. It's like, what? I killed the guy. Because granted, if you kill the entire squad and they're all knocked, they just automatically die because no one can revive them.
I think it all depends on the situation. Like, there's been times where, if we're trying to go farther in a game and we don't want to drop somewhere hot, we're trying to play safe because we just haven't had a chicken dinner in a while, because you get the urge after a while, you get the itch.
Yeah.
We'll drop in random areas where there's those cluster of 5 houses here, and then the next town, the next little development over has got another 4, and we'll drop separately, just so we all have like our own nice little development. We come out somewhat geared. And if I drop with someone else, and I knock someone else, and I know my buddy's not nearby, I'm killing them, and I'm running. I'm not looting them, more than likely, unless I know that he's the only one. But if I know he's the only one, I'll loot him. But otherwise, I'm knocking them, I'm killing them, and I'm running. That way now they're down a man. I can meet up with the rest of my guys, and we have the numbers advantage. I mean, it just all depends on the situation.
Yeah.
You know, if you're in a major city like Pachinki, I'll knock people and I'll leave them. I want to see them crawl. I'll try to stay wherever they're crawling at. I'll try to stay behind them, hoping they're not smart enough to be using that alt key and turning around.
Oh yeah. Oh, you're gonna remember that. Oh, wait. Please tell me you have an alt key.
Yeah,
He's
it's
on a Mac.
Because I have a Mac, yeah, it's optional alt though.
Okay, because that's pretty much you can run and like look to your side
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah.
which is
Depending on
super
what-
important.
I might set up the
I don't know what the auto run button is. There's an auto run button. I don't know what it
the
is.
keypad.
It's
I might set up the keypad for
equal
it.
sign / underscore.
Nah, I know what the auto run button. My friend's trying to find the auto run button. We're like, what? There's an auto run? Like, yeah, apparently there is. I don't know what it is.
I have it, though. I have it macro to one of my mouse buttons.
Yeah, I might macro my keypad to do stuff.
I played on my G13 Logitech gamepad for a while, but PUBG has so many keys.
Yeah, I hear that.
I started forgetting where I
Every
marked.
healing,
I saw-
every healing has a different key on the
I
number
did the
key.
same. I did the same thing when I played Final Fantasy 14. I was like, I'm just gonna go to the keyboard.
I stopped
See,
playing
14
those.
was easy enough for me to use.
Yeah.
I had my basic rotation on my
Yeah.
gamepad, and then like my few defensive cooldowns because I played Paladin in the beginning.
Well, eventually, when I started learning the rotation from the Black Mage, I was like, okay, I can just go back to keypad for this.
Yeah,
'cause
which
it's
is
le-
like 4 buttons.
yeah, it's legit just
4 buttons.
fire, blizzard, and then
Fire.
this-
Fire 3 when it procs.
fire 3 minute procs, the switch, and then you could do thunder 3 if you wanted to.
Apparently, it got a little bit more intense now. With
It did. It added like flare and all that stuff, and now although fire 4 is better than flare now because it's
Flare was never that good to begin with, even when Flare originally came out.
I don't know anymore.
It was too much mana.
Yeah.
So I guess back to Battle Royale. It's just
back to
personal.
Royales.
It's just personal preference, really. I prefer PUBG over Fortnite, but I'll play Fortnite here and there because I'm not. The games are. I hated Fortnite at first, but then after playing it, I kind of got used to it. I'm like, all right, the game's not that bad.
I don't hate it. I think it's all about the friend aspect. I mean, there's nothing that'll make or break friends like Battle Royale games.
Yeah.
Because one game, you guys are praising each other. You just got a chicken dinner.
One
everyone did their
game you
job.
accidentally run over your friend, and then the other friend revives you, and they get. And this happened to me. We were trying to. It was like freaking Chinese fire drill. I got a bike, drove up a hill, accidentally ran over my friend, knocked him, gets out, picks him up. All right, I'm driving. Okay, he gets in the motorcycle, knocks me by accident. I was like, all right, I guess I'm driving. Like, no, you're getting in like the Robin car. I'm like, damn it.
I've had 2 friends fight middle of game, and they've tried to pan each other, and I was driving, but they were fighting in the car, and I got knocked while driving. There's many things in that game, man.
Gee.
It makes or breaks friends.
Yeah, I think the reason why PUBG and Fortnite does better is than H1Z1 did obviously is because of the group aspect, being able to play with friends and
Squad up. Where we
Yeah.
gonna drop?
yeah. Because I mean,
Yo, where we
most-
dropping, boys?
Most people play multiplayer games. They're like, all right, yo, I'm gonna wait for my friend to get on. I'll just tear shit up. Yeah.
It's
You know, where we dropping, boys?
catch me in Pachinki.
God.
They're
I think the old days of DayZ. Like, are you friend who's unsure now? There's never friend who's unsure now.
I think it's one of those things where it's going to have to evolve, though. It can't just be battle royale games by now are a fad, and I think they're going to be around for a little bit. They're eventually going to have to do different things though and switch things up to keep
I remember the
interest.
fad for a while was card games. I remember Smite tried to make a card game.
Yep,
Skyrim made a card
Hearthstone
game.
is still going.
See, oh yeah, there's the Elder Scrolls card game.
Chaos Roll card game. The
Final Fantasy had a card game.
yeah, their TCG is still out though.
Still want Cypher for Fire Emblem.
Cyber for Fire Emblem's a thing now.
We don't have it.
No,
It's
we don't
Japan
have it yet.
only.
Japan has it. I mean, the one I forget the company, but Shadowverse is pretty much just Hearthstone, except you can evolve your allies.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I play that more than Hearthstone now.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
So.
Duel. I still play. I'm
Yu-Gi-Oh!
playing hell
Duel
out of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Links.
I'm playing that. Well, they gave me a lot of free gems, so I'm like, hey, I can actually have competitive cards now.
I know people still play Pokemon card game.
I play Pokemon Go still, so
My buddy plays Magic, and he tried to get me into it, and I couldn't get into Magic.
Magic's different. I feel like Magic's really Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! Are really competitive. I feel like
Only competitive card game I ever played was Yu-Gi-Oh! I did like a couple tournaments, and I just stopped after that.
Yu-Gi-Oh! got pretty bad.
I was a little too old for Yu-Gi-Oh, but I did play
Well, yeah, 'cause
Pokemon
no,
card
like
game.
I don't understand half the new summoning methods. I started playing when Synchro was introduced.
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated.
Yeah, we have Xyz, Pendulum,
Oh yeah, like 5 minutes left.
Link. What's next?
I was a little older for that, but I didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh when I was playing card games, but I did have Magic and Pokemon. I was like the end of Pokemon. I was like 12 when that started.
Yeah.
I remember like normally played the card game when I remember because everyone just played the games or watched the show. I don't really play the card game, and then I know where the card game got super
Well, the
big.
card game got like popular for Pokemon because GameStop would basically become like gyms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could go there and fight other people and like get to win so many games in a row, and you got a badge.
Yeah.
I never got that far into it.
I mean, the Pokemon game is like completely. The card game is like very. It's pretty much the game, just more complicated.
No, I played the card
like
game.
it's just.
I know I played
Yeah.
the card game. I played like the online version. You
Yeah,
could
it's
play.
been a while since I played that, but
I played the trading card game on Game Boy Color.
Oh, that was the good old days.
yeah, you can play.
Throwback.
You can play the trading card game now online.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
I think it's a lot of people. Yeah.
Yeah. They like incorporate it with the like the actual TCG. Like so
Yeah, if you buy like the actual packs, they
you
get you like a
you can
code.
get stuff for free off of the
So you know,
card
so you know how I had so many cards. My
Yeah.
little brother,
he just
he
buys packs.
he
and you
buy
take
all
the
the
online stuff.
tins and boxes and packs, and then I went home. He's like, John, do you play the Pokemon games? Like, I don't have any cards. And he's like, he literally took a box full of like those little code cards. He's
Code
like,
cards.
take them, like,
Nice.
because he just got a bunch of free cards.
Nice.
Damn. But back to
We keep just getting off topic. Like,
let's just call the show Tangent.
tangent.
That's what we're gonna go off on.
Someone thinks that's something like a math podcast. Then you know.
Battle Royale games, like I said, I mean they're fun. I think one thing that does hurt them is you can't pause, you can't it's not it's not like a
Cheaters and
walk
hackers
away.
are going to become a problem.
Yep, you can't walk away. So I mean something like PUBG or Fortnite, you're looking at
Christian, you
between-
can't. You have to tell your mom like you can't pause the game.
Which I already have League. So
Yeah. Okay, so basically you've got to devote 20 to 40 minutes if you don't die right away,
yeah.
and whatever's going on else has got to wait.
I think eventually definitely the pausing thing will take people away from it. Maybe not though, because I mean people play Call of Duty. Call of Duty didn't last 40 minutes though.
No, people love multiplayer games. In fact, you can't pause multiplayer games. Fine.
Yeah.
It's just like I think one of the reasons why PUBG kind of died down for a bit was they had a really big hacker problem. So eventually, Fortnite's going to get a fair share of hackers. It might already have. H1
Yeah.
has a fair share of hackers. Like any popular game, someone's going to cheat. CS:GO, professional players cheated in CS:GO
Yeah.
in live tournaments.
Yeah.
Yep. Unfortunately, anything that gets super popular, the hackers
The
are
hackers
too
are
far
gonna
behind.
yeah, they pretty much like I want to be better than everyone, so I'm just gonna hack the game and ruin the game for everyone else.
I just miss the good old days where you could just be better than your opponent, just press the A button to jump in Mario. On the better platformer.
You missed a jump and you're like, haha.
Hey man,
Fuck.
me and my roommate in college used to solve things through Wii Sports.
Sports.
Solved all arguments.
Dude, the Wii was.
Good round of bowling, solved everything.
I got my grandma the Wii Sports. She played
Nah, I
bowling on
played
there.
tennis, dude. I was a monster in the tennis Wii Sports. I would just be like swinging,
I was a fan.
almost break stuff along the way,
I was
just diving in my living room like, ugh.
remember the resort one with the fencing? Like,
Yeah, that was the second one, I think.
Yeah. It's the only thing I played on that. I just played the fencing.
I, didn't do
boxing
I only
one
had
was
the
fun.
original. I didn't have the second one.
My brother got the Wii the Wii Fit like board thing, and it came with Resort. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play Resort.
I heard it was good though. I heard it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Maybe one day. I didn't have a Wii.
I did.
Last
I-
Nintendo system I had prior to my Switch was actually the GameCube.
Yeah.
Yeah, the good old days.
Mine was the Wii.
I was close to getting a Wii U. I was real close.
The Wii U, I've heard too many bad things.
I wanted
about it.
Twilight Princess.
I
not
hear
gonna
you.
lie.
I hear you.
Which I ended up just borrowing my buddies and using it
Playing
to
the
play
game,
the game.
playing
and
the
beat it.
GameCube one.
That's right. It did come out on GameCube, didn't it?
Yeah.
It came out on GameCube,
Came on the GameCube and the Wii
U.
and the Wii U.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll find a way to
Wind Waker was
remaster
GameCube,
it,
and
yeah.
they made an HD remake for
I'm sure they'll remaster to the Switch. They're already
Twilight Princess.
They're already
Oh, I
remastering
beat
all
it now
their.
already. I borrowed it. I just
Yeah.
borrowed my buddy's Wii U.
I mean, they're remastering all the Wii U games pretty much.
Breath of the Wild's on Wii U. I just refused to buy it.
No,
Oh,
yeah, I
Switch
forgot it's
now.
on there.
I mean, Scott, they're putting what are they putting on now? They're putting something else on the Wii U on the Switch that it was originally on the Wii U.
We'll be at time wise.
I am a Path of Radiance.
Time wise, we are at 30 seconds.
Ah, so cool.
So we got to get ready to wrap up. So
Yeah.
basically, we are actually going to take this conversation to another level in probably like 2 weeks. We are actually going to review PUBG and Fortnite together for our first video game review, and we're going to do basically compare and contrast them, go a little bit more in depth what we like and don't like. Some of us have already played both. We've actually played both already. I'd like to play a little bit more Fortnite since they've switched a lot of things because I've been out of Fortnite now for a few months. PUBG, I've been going since the beginning, haven't really slowed down. He's going to go home and download PUBG.
I'm probably gonna download PUBG on.
It's a pretty
on the
big download,
computer,
so you might want
and
to start
I'm
that
probably
tonight.
gonna download Fortnite on my PS4 and the computer.
Okay, we can do that.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna
If
see
you
how
want to do that, I can play PS4 with you
Yeah.
on
Only because
I can
only
play
because
Fortnite with you on
only because
PS4.
I'll play PS4 just chilling at home if anything.
I'm stuck on PC.
Just
so.
stuck on PC because
PC Master Race.
whatever you say.
I could play with you on Xbox. I just don't have anything on
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played most of my Fortnite on PS4 because that's where most of my friends were.
Yeah.
I pick my system based on where the friends are. That's just how I do
I
it.
see. I used to do that because that's why I got the Xbox 360, and then I picked up the PS3 like late, like I think a year or two before PS4 came out, and I picked it up and I was like, I honestly just like this.
So it's just a
system
PC.
lot
All
better.
my friends were Xbox players, and then we all started like building our own PCs, and we're all PC gamers now.
I've had my own PC since Burning Crusade WoW days.
Oh my god, the good old days
Yeah.
of PC.
I was a
Big
hardcore-
WoW player over here.
I was a big WoW player. Took my soul. My
Yeah.
son made me stop, believe it or not. I stopped at the last real expansion I played was Cataclysm,
Yeah.
but I played some of Mist, and I was just like, I'm done. You guys,
Yeah,
you guys
that
actually
panda.
made it easy for me. Thank you. I was scared to like get rid of like, cause like, you know, like you go to the armory and you can see all your like
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
achievements. I'm like,
Do I really want to give this up?
Yeah, the first big MMO I played was.
No,
was
I
Final
think
Fantasy
in Cows
14.
where they added.
But the thing,
Panda.
I was like looking for one
dude,
that
I was in a great rating.
I
mode,
was
too.
looking for one that could like get me into it because I tried Terra, I played Black Desert.
Terra is now on PS4 and Xbox
I,
One
I
free.
saw that, yeah. But I played Terra, I played BDO or Black Desert. I played Revelations as well. Revelations I was waiting for actually, and it came out finally, and I was like, it's just like Blade and Soul.
Here's my MMO record. I played Vanilla WoW
Yeah,
till the end of Cataclysm, a
Yeah.
little bit of Mist. I did not raid and Mist. That was like the end of our guild, and everyone kind of got out at the same time. It was beautiful.
yeah.
Then I went to the Old Republic because my cousin played it.
Okay, how
I
was that?
enjoyed the story mode more than
Yeah.
I enjoyed the end game of the Old
Mm.
Republic because your choices mattered. There was different stories for every single character, so it was you could actually play each character, and it didn't feel like you were playing the same game
Yeah,
because their story missions were different. That was a lot of fun. Raiding in it wasn't as much fun as well. I didn't like it as much. Then I played 14, and that took over for a long time. And I stopped playing that right before Heaven's Word came out
yeah.
because it just took forever for them to actually put that first expansion out.
That's because the first Final Fantasy 14 was just bad, and then they had to redo it,
I actually
reborn.
I played from the beta on,
Yeah,
and I actually got back into it a while back. Played a little bit of Heaven's Word, and then have not played Stormblood though.
I have Stormblood, I have Heaven's Word. I'm just trying to level up my character. Eventually.
I'll have to play sometime.
Yeah. Prefer you should end this podcast.
Hmm?
Prefer you should end this podcast.
Well, guys, like I said, we're going to review Fortnite and PUBG in 2 weeks, but we will be back next week with another topic and possibly talking about with our fourth and final co-host and maybe setting up individual games to play as well.
Yes.
But we will see you guys next week.